I always find it funny when the guys who are just getting into the online money space talk about how hard they're working. Brother, are you working harder than the cleaner in the restaurant who is spending 12 hours per day fucking wiping the dishes to get them ready for the next day? I don't think so. I think it's way easier for us than for this person. Yet we make more money. And you know why? Because of the leverage. The leverage, that is the skill. And the skill is the new customer acquisition for the businesses. For example, if you're the growth strategist in the agency, say a marketing agency like my own, I own an advertising agency, I can pay you anywhere between $7,000 to $15,000 a month to start, and you can work from literally anywhere in the world as long as you're able to work during the hours when all of our clients and the team are working, for doing good media buying, providing the creative strategy, running the ads, scaling the budget, keeping the client in the loop of performance updates, doing the weekly client calls, not being a weirdo on the client calls, aka being able to actively listen and engage in the conversation and listen to all of the client's feedback, concerns, and questions. If you can do this and drive the new customer acquisition for that client and make them a bunch of money, you can get paid more as a result of you making more money for the client. And the reason being is most of the time, agencies are incentivized to scale their clients. Usually, advertising agencies have something that, in my opinion, is one of the strongest leverages, and that is the incentive fee. Instead of charging a flat fee of $3,000 per month, usually they charge a combination of flat fee, let's say it's $3,000 a month, but on top of that, there will also be the percent of revenue or percent of spend incentive fee. So when the client ends up spending more budget and ends up making more money, the agency gets paid more as a result of that because the client makes more money, the agency charges them higher fees, and agency, when it makes more money, is able to pay you, the growth strategist who is managing that client and scaling that account, more money for you doing so. They will basically pay you the percentage of the monies that the agency made from scaling that client. So you can easily, for example, if you're the growth strategist in one of those accounts, if you end up scaling them to multiple six figures in revenue or multiple six figures in spend, depending on where they started when they just came to the agency, you can easily get your bonus that you get on a monthly basis for scaling this type of client up to $5,000 to $10,000 to $15,000, if not multiple five figures per month, depending on how far you scale this client. So you don't always have to have the business or own the business to make a lot of money online. You just have to own the skill that revolves around making other people more money, and new customer acquisition is one of those skills.